Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who forgot to put on his pants and underwear today and is staring down his pee hole as he furiously jacks his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up, everyone? I feel much better after last week.
And beaming to us from a Wawa break room, the bearded hoagie slinger known as Shuddy Boy.
Word to your mother.
So, Jeff, you're feeling better after last week?
Yeah. It got a little worse the next couple of days, but I am feeling better.
Worse?
Seems like you had gotten better by the time we recorded Queef or No Queef. Available on Patreon.
I could still hear it in your voice when we did Queef or No Queef that you were a little groggy.
He was congested. He didn't sound like he was on death's door like he did on Monday. That's for sure.
Yeah, that escalated quickly. I mean, by the time we connected, you're like, "Oh, guys, I'm feeling like shit," and then towards the end of the show, you were like bobbing and weaving in your chair and vomiting all over your own penis. It was a goddamn mess.
Sans the penis part, everything else is accurate there.
That's because you don't have one. But
I went from micro to not even existent. I'm a eunuch. It's terrible.
But you showed, I'm heading towards a compliment. You really showed a great deal of professionalism and powered through.
Yeah.
And provided the pleasure of listening to you vomit inadvertently for everyone to hear.
Yeah, people found your vomiting entertaining, but also felt, sympathy for you and gave you props for powering through and continuing to do the show.
Well, hey, it's the Puminati powering me. I can't take all the credit myself.
Well, I'm glad you got yourself out of it. How was Bill's girl? Because both of you guys got sick at the same exact time, and you said she was feeling pretty shitty too.
She's good. She bounced back quicker than I did.
You think it was the flu?
Did she test?
I don't know. I think she went to the doctor's to test, yeah. But her and my brother have hung out since, so I don't think she tested positive.
Well, yeah, that would lead one to assume she didn't.
Yeah, you probably just got that nasty-ass flu that's fucking everybody up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's something going around professional sports, non-COVID illness. Obviously, I don't run in those circles, but there's definitely something going around.
Well, I went and got I got my flu shot at Target the other day. And this dude was clearly just not in the mood to be giving anybody shots. He basically just, that scene in Pulp Fiction when they have to bring Uma Thurman back to life by piercing her chest cavity with an adrenaline shot straight to the heart?
Yeah, they fucking stab her with the syringe.
That's pretty much how that guy got the needle in my arm and then karate kicked the plunger instead of using his thumb. And I was just like, "Ew, what did I do to you?"
The people who do vaccines at places like Target and CVS have just enough training to legally be allowed to stab you with a needle, and that's about it.
Do they work for Target?
No, they're medical professionals,
okay.
But I think they're not to disparage them or anything, but they are as soon as you get to the level where you can give somebody a shot, that's where you go. You haven't progressed past that.
I'm going to guess you two motherfuckers don't get your flu shots.
Fuck no.
Oh, because
Why did you respond like that?
Because Shuddy doesn't like needles.
Because I'm terrified of needles. I am not getting a
Yearly flu shot?
Something not necessary and completely voluntary.
I mean, I used to not get it.
That's my take too.
Because I don't know, like, despite all the weird things that befall me, I oddly don't get sick that often. I know I've gotten COVID twice, like a real fucking dumbass. But as far as like, I mean, how many times have you guys heard me say, "Oh, guys, can't do the show today. I'm sick." Like, I never called out of work. Obviously minus the 2 times I got COVID, but I would never get the flu. I would never get sick. Even as a kid, my mom used to, because, everybody would usually miss a couple days of school a year because they got sick, and I never did. So my mom used to throw me freebies. She was like, "You're never sick. You never get days off. Like, fuck it. If you feel like staying home today and just having a video game day, go for it."
That's awesome.
They were very, very rare, but...
Did you have perfect attendance if she didn't give you that? Like those days off?
Yeah.
Damn, that's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard about.
My parents never gave me mental health days.
But isn't that odd that somebody with just the world's shittiest genetics, I somehow never got sick? But like, I don't know, I was talking to my grandparents years ago, and they I don't know, I was going over their house, and they're like, "Okay, come by at this time because we'll be back from getting our flu shots." I'm like, "Flu shots? The fuck is that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we get it every year. Every year they update it." So once they told me that, I was just like, "Well, shit, if my grandparents can tough it out, fuck it, I'll do it." I don't know. Who gives a flying fuck anyway? I just thought it was funny that guy Uma Thurman jabbed me in the arm, walked to the other side of the pharmacy, and did a running Liu Kang jump kick into the needle in my arm. It's about the finesse he showed me.
I don't believe
if he went back to the electronics section. He's like, "All right, now I gotta sell PlayStation 5s.
Either way, I'm glad you're feeling better, Jeff.
Thanks, man.
Like, as funny as your barfing was, I did feel bad. I don't like seeing you all fucked up like that. And Shuddy Boy sure as hell fucked himself up on the Patreon show we did last week.
That is true. That is accurate.
It just so happened that there was a massive influx of Patreon subscribers the week we were doing episode 250. And Shuddy Boy never misses a moment to shine in the spotlight. And good Lord, did you deliver?
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
We're keeping this one pretty much behind the paywall, but Shuddy Boy, we'll leave it like this. Shuddy Boy delivered on a stunt that has been discussed and goofed about for ever since episode 500, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yep. For a year, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years I've been having to deal with the inquiries and not so subtle suggestions and but I've now secured my place in MSPH lore, and there will never be a conversation where Kevin can sit there with a straight face and say that he had to fire me because I wasn't bringing anything to the table.
Very true. I mean, if Carlos Mencia didn't repeatedly delete our Wikipedia page every time a listener threw it up, that would be a
well. Did you
its
see
own little
that
tab.
we have a bootleg Wikipedia page?
Yeah, you texted that to me, and I learned some stuff about MSPH that I never knew.
Like what?
Yeah,
like that we're designated a hot creator on Patreon because of the high number of patrons we have. I didn't know about that. I also didn't know that our download numbers have us in the 0.5% top podcasters.
Where did you see that?
In December of 2020, Mad Scientist Party Hour was listed as one of the top 0.5% most popular shows out of 1.8 million podcasts globally. That there has to be
some work to do.
There has to be a computing error there. Like, we don't even get fucking ads on this show. How the fuck are we in the top 0.5% of podcasts?
They put in notations, and I looked at that, and it's on listen notes,
Yeah. Like, what the
and
shit?
the link is active. Our
Yeah.
average audio length is 111 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to pluralize the name of the show, Mad Scientist Party Hours. We fucking let ourselves run at the mouth for way too long every week. But
Yeah.
I had never seen this Wicca something.
No, I Googled us the other day, and this popped up. It's everybodywiki.com.
Well, shit, whoever
But
did
it
this.
is exactly what was on our Wikipedia page before every time that fucking... I've had some choice words for him over the years. I'll just keep it as polite as possible. That asshole
Okay.
kept taking us down. But what is this article you were featured in?
I don't know. Like I said, I learned so many things about myself in the show. I like there's a list of recurring segments, and Geoff, you got abbreviated to WGSAD.
Dookie boy.
No,
what
would
does
Jeff
that
Park suck a dick? Jesus Christ.
WGSAD. Dookie Boy the cocksucker.
mean? You said W, but I heard D. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
that's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and shout out to whoever did that. I mean, somebody put a lot of effort into making that page and never even hit us up like, hey, check out what I did. Just some phantom wonderful soul that took it upon themselves to use their free time to make that cool page for us. That's pretty
February, how do you not
Maybe it was
remember,
Trash Panda for making up for the Discord issue.
how do you not remember doing this? It's February of 2021. Getting Geeky with Kevin Kraft from the Jason Ellis Show and Mad Scientist Party Hour.
I mean, there was a point in time where Tully and Jason, after Sirius fired us, were just doing every podcast that reached out to them. And I was sitting there just watching from the sidelines like, cool. You guys are doing some extracurricular work. Shout out to you. And then all of a sudden people started asking me. So I just did whoever asked.
Yeah. So I think
So one of them
actually it's written in an article. I think that would qualify us finally for an actual Wikipedia page because we're referenced in a third party.
Perhaps. Either way, Shuddy Boy, I know we're trying to keep as much of the finer details about what you did behind a paywall, but it involved a deer. And I think it was Ginger who sent me an article about there is a stunning rate of COVID in the deer population. Have you felt, because I know there was, you know what, I'm not going to say it.
I have not felt ill past the events of last Monday.
That's good.
I mean, I'm congested a little bit, but it's the time of year. I have, it was 18 degrees last night.
Fuck.
So the heat's on and the house is super dry and the humidifiers aren't working. So I wake up in the morning with headaches and really congested, but it goes away throughout the day. So no, I have not. I am still COVID free.
Well, I'm very happy that the both of you gentlemen are in good health this week after what happened 7 days ago. You're both still kicking. I'm a happy man. Shuddy Boy, have you never gotten COVID?
Never.
That's
far.
impressive. There's only
every time I thought I've had it and I've tested negative.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of friends I have that have yet to get COVID. Like Carl was holding strong for a long ass time, and then
whole house
finally
has had it.
Finally bit her.
Everyone in my family but me has had it.
Do you have O blood?
Oh.
Well,
Ew.
I can't answer that question.
Well, I can't either.
as I do not know my blood type.
I remember I asked one time, because I've been a lifelong type O negative fan, so I thought it would be cool if I asked what type of blood I have, and they told me it was type O negative. I would have been so pumped on that. Not the case, not even O. So I'm one of the boring letters. I'm either A, B, positive, or negative. No fucking idea.
Or you're AB, positive or negative.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that combo. That's like the 00 green on the roulette wheel.
Wait, don't some people have like antibodies or something?
So then blood is also RH negative or RH positive, and there's a thinking that RH negative people, I believe,
Have a stronger tolerance
immunity.
to it?
Yes.
Interesting.
I think. I am not a medical professional. This is just things I've heard. I am not claiming any of this is true. We don't need any incorrect information being spread.
Yeah, we're just...
Dude, I love spreading misinformation.
No hot COVID takes from this guy.
Well,
Be right back, guys.
Well, while Shuddy Boy is gone and flipping out at his dogs, I've been getting some weird shit. So remember, I think I talked about this on the show where I would open up Instagram and every suggested post was...
Peter.
Yeah, everything all right over there in Casa de Shuddy?
Yeah, I have sweet potatoes dehydrating for the dogs, and I just had forgotten about them and needed to go check on them. But I have a space heater next to me because it's cold, and I wanted to wear my Vanilla Ice t-shirt today and no hoodie. And I forgot it was there and tripped over it getting to the kitchen.
Well, we can table what I was talking about for a second. It doesn't even look like a Vanilla Ice shirt. It looks like a Andy Warhol-ish Angels
So
with guns.
Yeah, it looks like Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, yeah.
It has his signature down here, but I had an issue of not having patience, so I missed out on the shirt that I truly wanted.
That's like me with that Wu-Tang hoodie at the Wu-Tang Nas Busta
It's
show.
exactly what it is, because it was like a heather green t-shirt. It said Vanilla Ice across it in the scroll and Ninja Turtle lettering.
Whoa.
It had a Ninja Turtle head in the middle. And it said Ninja Rap. And then on the back, it had a turtle shell. And on the bottom said, Go Ninja, Go Ninja. And
wow.
I didn't want to wait in line when I first got there for it. And by the time I decided to make my purchase, they had smalls and triple XLs left.
Well, you snooze, you lose. Now you're stuck with a weird Angel shirt.
So now I'm stuck with his new logo that's a cherub holding a submachine gun.
So you went and saw Vanilla Ice amongst many other forgotten acts of the 90s.
Tag team, Tone Loc, Young MC, All for One, Vanilla Ice.
Was Vanilla Ice the headliner?
Vanilla Ice was the headliner. It was...
How many times did Tag Team do Whoomp There It Is?
Okay, so this is the most bizarre show that I have ever been to. Tag Team did a bunch of like hype man stuff, did Whoomp There It Is, and then did a little mini encore of the Geico Scoop There It Is. And they were on stage for all of 20 minutes, if that.
So I think it's Addams Family Values, Tag Team did the end theme for it.
No.
It was the first one? I thought MC Hammer was the first one.
Oh, that's what I was confusing. Let's see.
Yeah, the Addams Family movies were like, we are totally not going to date ourselves with our music choices. But the Tag Team, I don't know, we might have some of our younger listeners might even fucking know who they are. But
well, according to everything that was said when they were coming out to the stage, it is the number one selling hip hop single in history.
Nice. Okay.
How can
That
that
seems
be?
accurate.
It does?
Even more than Triumph.
I mean,
Yeah.
even more than any
Come
Whoop
on,
There
what
It
a
Is was
bigger
such a
hip hop
fucking
song.
goofy novelty song. Like if we're talking goofy novelty songs, how was You Can't Touch This not bigger than Whoop There It Is? Either way,
That's
on
true.
the closing credits, this is how like difficult it was for them to do anything but that song. The song literally, I think, just went, "Whoop! The Addams Family! There it is!" Like they just took their only song
Yep.
and put
Adam's Family Whoomp is exactly what it's called on the soundtrack.
so fucking ridiculous.
And then, and they did, I think they did a little like 90s medley. Then Tone Loc came out.
Of Ace
He
Ventura fame.
did Gin and Juice.
That's allowed?
Plus his songs. Then Young MC just did his songs. And then All for One did a 90s R&B medley
Of other people's songs?
of other people's songs.
Yeah.
So all of the opening acts very much had to stay in the lane of only do old stuff, do 90s medleys. This is the I Love the 90s tour. And then fucking Vanilla Ice came out like a fucking lunatic with his like live drummer and his like heavy riffs and just not his, it was not his 90s music. It was that 2000s like
His new metal stuff?
kind of stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was fine with. He did a song where he makes sure to remind the world that he paved the way for Eminem.
Oh, that was nice of him. Did he thank the
That's an
Beastie
exact lyric.
Did he thank
from
the
song?
Did he thank the Beastie Boys for paving the way for him?
He paved the way for Eminem. That stuck out to me. He had Michelangelo on stage as his hype man for most of the
Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
That was my favorite Ninja Turtle.
Mine
For the
too.
record.
He had somebody in a Michelangelo costume jumping around on stage.
Wow, he must have cut a good deal when he agreed to be on that soundtrack. We're like, yeah, in perpetuity, I can use Ninja Turtle imagery in my concerts and on my merch.
And Nickelodeon is probably thrilled with that now that they own the property.
Yeah. So, I mean, how long did Vanilla Ice perform for? Because, like,
So we left before he had even finished playing.
that sounds about right.
Because halfway through his set is when he did Ice Ice Baby. And then he started DJing and tried to turn it into a dance party. And that's when we were like, all right,
Ballsy.
just going to do this. We're out of here.
He didn't feel like dancing.
No. I have a 3.5 minute long video of him doing Ice Ice Baby, and it's magical. And there are most definitely parts in it where you hear me screaming along.
Draven, we're sticking around for the EDM. Go to my car, get my glow sticks and my binky.
No, he was like hip hop DJing, not EDM.
Oh.
Was he playing like classics?
Yeah, like
Oh, that's fun.
rapping over it and just doing what rapping DJs do.
Was the name of this
That's
tour
fun.
the copyright infringement tour?
No, it was the I Love the 90s tour.
Which was a VH1 TV show that he could probably get sued
It
by.
was put on by your former employer, Sirius XM.
No way. Well,
Used to work for them, Kevin.
at some point. Seems like a million years ago. Holy shit.
A couple lifetimes ago.
But it was a
Pre-COVID,
lot
you
of
know?
fun. I ate a massive amount of edibles beforehand, so I was living my best life, sitting in my seat, stuffing my face with nachos,
Good for you, Shuddy Boy.
Medicated.
vanilla ice,
Met it up.
met it up.
Wearing a Beavis and Butthead shirt. Wearing
No.
my Eon Flux pants.
No, I was wearing a gotcha hoodie actually,
Ah. Well,
and my Jordans. I brought them out of retirement.
You
When
should have
you-
wore parachute pants though.
I didn't have a pair. It was also people our age or older almost exclusively.
Yeah, that checks out.
And so when Tone Loc, just before Tone Loc did Wild Thing, his DJ was like, okay, we need 5 ladies to come on stage. And then the next thing you know, the stage is flooded with middle-aged, mostly white women.
Oh man, I bet there was so much like finger wagging going on.
No, absolutely not. They were straight up 90s hip hop hoe dancing. Like there at one point, one woman had her hands on the floor and was bumping her ass against Tone Loc. And I looked at Mikey and I was like, the best part about that is somebody's mother who is enjoying a night out.
Did
Like,
Tone Loc get a boner?
I mean, he was you would think that it was his heyday and these women were in their prime because he was into it as much as they were.
I mean, he's a fucking professional. He's putting on a goddamn show.
I think he might have came in his pants. I saw something glowing when the black lights went on. Did you ever see that clip of fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme in like a dancing show? And the woman bumping up against him gave him a boner. And he tried to do the like crouch thing to hide it so no one could see him pitching a tent.
No.
Oh, it's magnificent.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a fun way to spend a Friday evening.
Nice.
That wasn't in Bloodsport, was it?
No.
No, it was Dancing with the Stars or something.
Shockingly enough, it was that was in real life. That was a non-scripted moment. Jean-Claude Van Damme getting a fucking boner. Speaking of getting boners, so when you stepped away, Shuddy Boy, I started talking to Geoff about how my Instagram, all the suggested posts used to be girls in yoga pants with pussy wedgies, like showing it to the camera or doing yoga poses with their legs spread where you could clearly see their melvins, I believe the term is. And it kind of went away for a little bit, and oddly enough, it was showing me a lot of skateboarding clips, and for some reason, fucking rollerbladers. Like, there are still rollerbladers grinding rails and shit. And for some reason, Instagram was like, you like this, correct? I don't know.
It's because of Carl.
Oh, talking about her ex that was a rollerblader?
Yeah, remember she was, we were talking about that after the, when we smoked some pot at your place after the tiki bar. She talked about how her college boyfriend was like huge into rollerblading. Like,
yeah, but
whenever they would go to the skate park, they would, like the other skaters would literally go up to him and call him a fag and like, trying to whoop his ass.
Yeah, I think rollerblading is goofy, but that's a step too far. Emasculating a guy in front of his woman, that's a little bit unnecessary, but yeah, it was. I'm telling you that for some reason it was months ago when Instagram was like, look at all these rollerbladers, and now, because I want to see if it's doing it to you guys as well.
Well, another thing though, remember when I complained about the roller skaters at the basketball park?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
maybe that's what it is.
Because you were going to ball, and they had designated time from the city of Long Beach, I guess, to rollerblade around in circles.
I don't think it was from the city of Long Beach, but they definitely took over the basketball court, put up like a fucking homemade sign saying we have this from like 12 to 4. I don't think there was any like, I don't know. I don't think they rented it out from the city, but yeah, it's same type of point, whatever.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
But now I'm getting shown these girls that are like rail thin, like super, super skinny girls with the most gigantic natural nugatos. And they're just standing there kind of in frumpy clothing, like sweatpants and a shirt. And they tug on their shirt. And then out of nowhere, a split second later, it's like they're ripping their shirt off their body. And they do a bounce. And their giant hooters are out in a bikini that's like 12 sizes too small, and it's just like surprise boobs, like surprise nugatos. And it's everything. Every suggested post is bouncing hooters, and if Carl's around, I can't do much scrolling on Instagram because it's going to show me hooters.
I have the exact same thing going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we do talk about boobs on Dragon Ball Queef, but I don't think internet algorithms know what Nugatos are. I mean, fuck, we made that up. That's a nonsensical word.
No, I
Very
mean,
nonsensical word.
How dare you, Shuddy Boy?
it's just a trend, and you're a dude. So how often are you on Instagram, Shuddy? Do you notice these things?
I mean, oddly enough, mine is also usually mostly half naked women, and I don't understand why, because I don't follow anybody like that. And right now it is pit bulls and action figures.
The pop star or the animal?
The animal.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, like that guy.
Well, that's a cute pit bull.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
And now that I'm looking at this fucking thing, I don't have a single one of these. One of the trend where they're in baggy clothes and they show off their Nugatos for a split second. Not a single one. Now that you mentioned it, but this is something that I saw pretty consistently myself. I like it. I stick through the whole video.
Wait a second. Why is she tugging on her shirt? Oh, she's almost naked. They got me again.
Yeah, they get me every time, dude.
Yep.
Every time.
Wait, where are they going with this? Oh, Nugatos.
Yeah, I'm like a fucking goldfish. I don't ever remember.
Sounds like the algorithm has Shuddy Boy's number, though. Action figures and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it was showing you Hooters, because...
Neither do I, because we can scroll through my Instagram feed and there's not a single Hooter to be seen.
And your own Instagram, though.
On my own Instagram. Oh, well,
mine either.
For new listeners, Shuddy Boy got traumatized one time when he was young watching porn and has not watched it since because it stung him so bad. So Shuddy Boy doesn't even watch porn. I don't know why they want to show him boobies.
I mean, I guess that does have something to do, because since I'm not watching it on my phone, it's not popping up in everything.
Maybe.
My Instagram is so fucking pathetic.
It's just cuck porn.
Dude, I've posted once in 2022. One time. Wasn't even that good. Got 112 likes.
Man, you're a fucking straight up influencer now.
Yeah, it was a good picture. It was me and the college homies. A few of them, at least. Wow.
Well, we got some movies to review, but before we jump into that, we should let people know that coming shortly to our Patreon is a new episode of What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, where Shuddy Boy, Dom, and Jeff revisit Big Trouble in Little China, a movie that Shuddy Boy loves and Jeff hates.
I believe it's already published. Or am I wrong on that?
No, not yet. Because Dom sent it to me, and he always sends it to me on weekends when I'm at Carl's place, so I can't edit it. And then today, just spent way too much time, over an hour, fixing audio problems, trying to do the Easter egg for this show, which is, man, really, really sticking the fat dildo of life up my bunghole.
Yeah, it was a setback you didn't need today.
No. Today was rough enough as it is, and I still have to go drive to Torrance and do stand-up tonight with some stuff that I'm not necessarily confident with.
Here, run one by us.
No.
Come on.
Nope. Shuddy Boy, come on. You know that's not how stand-up works. You can't just be like...
Take your microphone and just walk around like you're on stage. Come on.
Work the room.
Yeah,
work your living room.
Shuddy Boy, I'm going to tell everybody what you did on Patreon.
Kevin, I am trying to help you. I don't understand why you're being so mean.
You're not trying to help.
All right. Shuddy, cool it.
After everything I've done for this show.
Kevin's getting mad. Shuddy, cool it. Hey.
George is getting upset.
Did you watch Big Trouble in Little China with Carl? Has she seen that yet?
No. We've watched a lot of John Carpenter movies because I love 80s horror and she does not. But I've
She'll sit in the passenger seat.
I've shown her a lot of stuff that she ended up liking, but no, haven't gotten to Big Trouble in Little China yet. But once I get that edited and sent back to Dom, that'll be up on the Patreon on the $10 tier. And I mean, me as a What the Fuck Did I Just Watch fan am excited to listen to it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'll be honest. I enjoyed Big Trouble in Little China more than in previous viewing. So I wasn't that much of a Debbie Downer in this episode.
He wasn't, actually. Geoff was a great guest, as always.
It's weird when it happens. There are movies that have taken me, I think it took 6 watches of The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou before I was like, I absolutely love this movie.
Who directs that movie?
What do you think?
Your favorite?
Why the fuck do you? It's just like all roads lead back to Wes Anderson with you. I fucking hate this guy. I hate this guy.
I don't. I've watched The Royal Tenenbaums a fuckload of times, and I still can't get into that for some reason. But I don't know what happened. Like I used to think Life Aquatic was super boring. One day it was on, and I was watching it, and I just kept laughing. And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on? Do I like this movie?" And it turns out, yeah, I fucking love that movie.
What the fuck? I'm enjoying myself.
This is weird. But I've also given The Dark Knight Rises like 8 tries. And I'm still like, yeah, this movie just isn't good. I do not like this. I don't know why. I loved the previous 2 Batman movies. Why don't I like this?
Dude, I like Dark Knight Rises. I've seen it maybe twice, and I completely forgot Anne Hathaway was in the movie. Like, completely forgot. And, like, I remember, like, defending it when we were reviewing it. And I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's definitely not Dark Knight, but I don't know. I just thought it was funny because we were talking about that recently, me and my brother, and I literally didn't believe him that Anne Hathaway was in the movie. I was like, no way.
No way. Isn't
Catwoman, really?
Isn't it Michelle Pfeiffer?
For real. That's the only recollection I have. Now it's like, yeah, no, Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz, Michelle Pfeiffer, for sure. And that was it. That's the only people that have ever played Catwoman.
Yeah. Who the fuck?
And I didn't even hate that movie.
Who the fuck is
That's how
Eartha
unimpressive
Kitt?
she was.
But I did see a couple of new movies.
Oh, yeah? What'd you watch?
I'll get the boring one out of the way. So myself and Carl watched a new movie that just hit Netflix called The Wonder, which I saw 0 press about. It was just on the menu of new releases, and it has Florence Pugh in it, which, I don't know, I like looking at Florence Pugh. I think she's super hot. She could fucking take a Florence Pugh right in my mouth if she wanted.
Is she in the? She's that one in the that new movie with Olivia, directed by Olivia Wilde, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that one yet?
Yes.
What was your review of it? That trailer kicked ass, but most people I talked to said it sucked.
It was mediocre. Like, it was clearly trying to do some sort of David Lynch, or even to a different extent like David Finchery almost. But it wasn't as clever as it wanted to be. But it wasn't horrible, it just wasn't great. It was pretty middle of the road. But this movie, The Wonder, man,
Is that a period piece?
you would fucking hate this, Jeff.
Dude, I'm looking at the screen caps and I'm already losing interest.
It's all Irish and shit. It takes place in Ireland, and it's before Cars. And, you know, again, getting new people up to speed. Jeff has a very hard time getting into movies that take place before Cars existed. Yeah. So, Irish people who you hate, no Cars, which you hate, and it's a slow burn drama, which could be your least favorite genre of movies.
It says psychological thriller, according to IMDb. Was it thrilling?
It was interesting. It was well made. It
looked good.
The basic story of it is there's this girl in Ireland, this like 11-year-old girl who hasn't eaten in 4 months. and is still just perfectly fine. And people are baffled by it. There are, reporters that want to come and check it out. And the family, the village forms this committee of doctors and, jerk-offs who hire a nun and Florence Pugh to do alternating 8-hour shifts. And all they do is observe this girl, to watch her, to make sure, to see if she eats anything, if she's sneaking little bites of food, just to, not to like block her from eating, but just to observe. So they want someone from the religious standpoint and someone from the medical field to like alternate watching her.
Yeah.
And then just, mysteries unfold, and you start learning a little bit here and there about what's going on. And it wasn't the greatest reveal, but it was interesting, and the acting was decent. It had a very pretentious device. At the start of the movie, it's like a very slow panning shot of a soundstage and someone narrating it going, "Hello, this is the beginning of the movie, The Wonder. And here's how it starts." And then it just pans over to like the actual set, and then the movie starts. And then when the movie ends, it fucking pans away, and there's more just like lighting equipment and stuff. I was like, why did that have to happen?
That's weird.
Yeah, it was super weird. Unnecessary, and seemed a little like huffing your own farty.
There's a Netflix film too, I'm seeing.
Yeah. It was a 3-dicker. It was fine. Carl was a huge fan.
It?
Yeah, she was a huge fan, but
Really?
a little too slow for me. Could have used a little bit more excitement, perhaps a better payoff, but I don't know. It is what it is. But the movie that I was actually excited to see this week, I went to the theater and saw The Menu.
I'm going to see that tomorrow.
Shuddy, did you see? Oh, you didn't see anything this week. But are you familiar with that movie?
Yes, I am.
So I saw the trailer months ago and was pumped. I was like, okay, this looks fucking cool. It's a bunch of foodies, a bunch of these fucking pretentious douchebag fart sniffers pay to go to this exclusive event where this, very highfalutin foodie type chef makes these very rare and basically all the shit you see on foodie Instagram stuff, making stuff like that. And the commercial leaves it pretty vague, but it's safe to assume and correctly assumed by all intents and purposes that once they get there, they are held hostage and have to just go through this night. And it's very self-referencing in the fact that it's making fun of pretentious food people and elitist assholes. And I thought it fucking delivered. Ralph Fiennes as the jerk-off chef was awesome. I think the acting was great. John Leguizamo's in it. Anya Taylor-Joy, the dude that plays Beast in the newer X-Men movies. I think his name's Nicholas Hoult. I don't know. It was one of those things where it had a great trailer, and I was like, man, this could go either way. This could be fucking great, or this could be a steaming, disappointing turd. And I loved it. I thought all the little stuff that gets introduced, because the pacing on it is really good. It's not a super long movie. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. It keeps dropping interesting nuggets as it goes, so you never get bored. It never really lags. Ending was fucking great.
Yeah, it felt like the trailer feels like Squid Game meets like food shit, like restaurants.
Yeah, it's got a bit of that vibe, and you're constantly wondering, like, man, what's gonna happen next? And then just something batshit crazy happens. You're like, yeah, I don't think I could have predicted that. That was pretty insane. And it's just
is it like super violent?
No, not necessarily. There's violence in it, but it's not super gory.
Is there any titties?
Titties. No. It's titty free.
So can't get higher than a 4 dick.
Well, it did for me.
That's not true.
I'll
That
suck.
is not true because there are no titties in Armageddon.
I know, I know. Right as I said that, I was like, wait a second. I don't. That's not a hard and fast rule.
Yeah, but I'll suck 4.25 menu dicks because it's kind of
Nice.
like when you watch when we watch MasterChef, the the over the top stuff they make in the finale was kind of similar to the shit that all the courses that they serve these people in the menu. So it is kind of like I'm interested in the food stuff. Like it is kind of cool, although they do make you feel like a douchebag for being into it, because the Nicholas Hoult character is so fucking like obsessed with foodie type stuff, and he's clearly not in the industry, but he's just got a boner for it, and he thinks it makes him so fucking cool that he knows all these insider highfalutin food stuff. I don't know. I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed it. It was not the disappointment that I was fearing it would be. It fucking kicked ass. But I'm looking forward to hearing your review of it next week, Jeff.
Yeah, the trailer of it looks sick, and I was pretty interested. And I bounced that off of my brother, and he said, "No, it's getting good reviews. It's the people whose reviews he'll take seriously. Really enjoyed it, so I'm expecting it to be pretty awesome." I like Anya Taylor-Joy or whatever her name is.
It's exactly her name.
Is that what it is? All right, cool. Thank God.
What's her name? Joy Lasagna Taylor?
But I'm excited, dude. I'm going to check it out tomorrow.
Nice. I feel like
$7 movie night in Long Beach.
Fuck yeah. I feel like if you liked the trailer, I'd be very surprised that anybody would be disappointed by the movie.
Yeah, well, you're saying the trailer kind of, after you watch it, you thought it might have been a toss-up, but you said it actually delivered. So
yeah.
it
After
fell on
seeing the
right side of
trailer,
coin.
this is the movie that I wanted to see after watching the trailer for it.
Well, yeah, dude, I'll have it fucking reviewed for next week. I'll tell you that. Unfortunately, I had nothing to review for this week. There was only one documentary that hit Netflix, and it was only 40 minutes long. It was, I forget, it's some chick versus the state of Alabama, where she gets like raped and held hostage, and then fucking murders this guy, and then has to try to use the stand your ground laws to get off for what is it? Self-defense, excuse me. So it was only 40 minutes long. It was all right, but nothing really to review.
Yeah,
so I got nothing.
I feel like the true crime documentaries are kind of like the menu at Taco Bell. There's 3 ingredients, and it's all just different mishmashes of them.
Yeah, it is Mexican food. It's tortilla, cheese, and meat.
Yeah, so this one was kind of like a flat burrito with cheese and beans, and then rice on top of it. It's always like it's some mixture of like rape, murder, and incest.
Absolutely.
Those are the 3 ingredients of every true crime. And it's like I have you in my life and I have Carl in my life. You guys both love these fucking things. And it's just like, all right, in which order did the rape, murder, and incest happen in this one? Ah, gotcha. You just saved me 2.5 hours.
They would be fun to talk about with you guys if either one of you were into this. But
I watch them here and there.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you what. When we were scrolling through Netflix the other day, like a fun documentary popped up. And I was like, oh, do you ever watch the fun ones? Like, I know I made you watch King of Kong, which, in my opinion, is the GOAT documentary.
Yeah, you did not make me watch that.
No,
I watched
Carl.
that long before I ever met you.
No, Carl.
Oh, okay.
But I saw the Netflix page for the Pepsi Jet documentary, which that's the type of shit that I can get behind. No one gets raped or murdered. No one fucks their kid. It's college kids taking advantage of a silly joke in a commercial to try and get an actual fighter jet. You look very confused, Jeff.
Well, I saw the thumbnail for this when I was scrolling through Netflix, but because it didn't have rape, murder, incest, whatever, all the true crime elements I look for in a documentary, I didn't really give it much attention. But it could be good. I mean, I'm not solely into true crime documentaries. You know, I really like the Beatles documentary. There's a bunch of documentaries that I'm into that's not just true crime. But honestly, that I passed that one. Was like, not interested. It's mostly because I don't like Pepsi. I'm a Coca-Cola guy. If it was Coca-Cola Jet, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll try it out.
But I think it's Pepsi having to eat crow.
Oh,
So it's bad news for Pepsi.
well, that's good.
I even
But we know
remember
how
the
it ends for
commercial.
them.
They did a commercial back in the 90s about collecting Pepsi points and all the things you can unlock with it. And at the end, as a joke, they had a Pepsi fighter jet for 7 million points. And these college kids somehow managed to collect 7 million Pepsi points. And we're like, hey, we're calling your bluff. Give me my fucking fighter jet. And there was a massive lawsuit around it.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude.
You
You
didn't
should have
watch this
set
at
the
all?
bar pretty hot, a little higher.
I know. That seems low if you're making a joke that you don't expect anybody to achieve.
They learned their lesson.
Shuddy,
Wait.
as a younger smoker, did you ever collect Marlboro Miles?
No.
Oh, I did. I actually, last time I was at my mom's, I was going through some of the stuff she has in her, like, tucked away in her closets, and I found an old box of all my shit, and there was this weird fucking clay jar that I made in art class in high school, and when I opened it up, it was full of Marlboro Miles. I don't know what the hell I was trying to get. All the stuff was kind of lame. It was like, here's an itchy fucking wool, like button down, like flannel, and you need like 10 million Marlboro Miles for this. Like, what the fuck? I don't want that shit. I think they had camping gear. I don't know why, though. Anytime I saw a pack of cigarettes just discarded at the mall or something, I ripped the miles off of it and saved it.
But you never turned them in?
Never cashed them in.
Damn, dude. You missed out.
Yep.
Let's,
Fuck me.
let's watch this Pepsi documentary, and then we'll Eiffel Tower review it next week.
I'm into that.
I can commit to that.
Nice.
Oh, 3-way or 4-way on this. I like it.
I get the butthole.
Sure. You two can stay on the that side of the woman. I'll just take the mouth.
There's too many testicles on that side.
Yeah, too many balls and sweat and hair. I'll just-
Dibs on mouth. All right, which one of us are going to be playing video games and getting jacked off?
Dude, I hate video games. You know I'm not going to do that.
What if it's Madden?
Dude, I haven't played Madden in like 2 years now. I didn't even buy the most recent one. It was the first time that I haven't bought a Madden in
Holy
quite
shit.
some time. I just don't have time for video games anymore. And like I don't know, like Madden was fucking awesome playing it with homies, like in the dorm rooms or I don't know, roommates. But my brothers don't play Madden, so I have no one to play it with.
Yeah.
I mean, I can play with Shuddy, but our
I don't play online, so
yeah, and our time zones don't really match up either. So
Yeah, Shuddy's too
Another
busy playing
beef.
FIFA.
no. I play Madden franchise, but I've been playing Call of Duty exclusively since it came out.
COD.
Wow.
The Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Is it
played
awesome?
Call of Duty since I got so pissed off I ripped my underwear off my body.
I enjoy it, but it is a game that makes me say the worst things that I ever say in my life.
That's awesome. Only Call of Duty can bring that out of someone.
That's it. Yep. It's like it's the highs are really high and the lows are really low with that game. And I have a real bad problem with forgetting to mute the controller.
So wait,
mic.
your other teammates can hear you?
Yeah, it's because of the PlayStation controller has a mic in it.
Yeah.
So if you don't mute it,
Oh,
you're broadcasting everything. The game sound is coming through. Like I'm that guy that I get annoyed about. And I have definitely said the H word and the F word.
all right, Shuddy. You don't have to get yourself deeper in a hole here by mentioning all the words you've said.
That's as far as I was going with it.
I mean, I remember there were some times where I was, because I can't even remember the last time I played a game where you can actually communicate with your other teammates. I just don't play too many shooters anymore, and a lot of them are you can only talk to the people in your own party. But I don't know if it was Gears of War or Call of Duty, but I had a few times as well where I thought I was muted, and I was just losing my fucking mind screaming like, God fucking damn it!
There's also
And then
been times
some guy will just be like, God damn, dude, fucking calm down. I'm like, oh, shit. So fucking humiliating.
There are times where, like, on a Saturday morning, I've been playing and I've gotten a work phone call and I've been having the phone call the entire time as I'm playing. And then I look down and the mic's not muted.
So I says to the acai bowl, I says, oops, hold on. All right,
Yeah,
well,
dude.
let's chip away a little bit at Mount Voicemails and do some.
Voicemails, yay!
Dude, it's so good we have these to go to. This little content crutch.
Yeah, for real.
Thank God.
Where did we leave off? I think this one. And you know what? I'm going to do something different for a change. I'm going to unplug the jack and plug it in.
Huh.
That way, we know for sure it's going to play through the headphones.
No wonder it's gotten so fucking cold. I turned the heater off at some point.
Good one, Shuddy Boy.
Man, Jeff, you're a fucking moron. That's not John Boyega that plays Mike Tyson in the Mike Show. Fucking idiot.
He's correct. I Googled it and at that point and I never walked it back. So I will take that one on the chin.
Yeah, and he accredited Jeff to it.
Yeah, he called me. He called me the idiot.
I thought he said Jeff first, and then when I heard what he said, I understood that I was the one that said it. So I accept responsibility for being incorrect.
Yeah, but this guy thought Jeff said it, and he called Jeff a fucking idiot.
No, it was
So what does that make?
Trevante Rhodes
What does that make
who
him?
played Mike Tyson. I was incorrect.
All right.
Yeah, you better call back, and so we can hear you in a few months. Apologize.
He did call back. He's the next voicemail.
Oh,
Let's see. Oh, shit.
So I'm listening. Brian from Utah, by the way. I think I called and talked shit, and I was really fucked up. So whatever I said, my bad. But
Wow, he doesn't even remember it. He probably just saw in his recent calls, like, oh shit, I called the voicemail line. Fuck. What did I do?
I wonder if he's going to double back and shit on me again.
Let's see.
the Italian restaurant, Casa de Amore in Vegas, that shit is fucking bomb. But Jeff Carbone in the Aria is 100 times better. So fucking good. I highly recommend. And yes, it is very expensive, so you're prepared to pay out the ass. But fucking delicious. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's all. Love you guys. Bye.
Nice. Was Brian from Utah? Someone from Utah.
Yeah, Brian from Utah. Yeah, I'm bummed I didn't get to try that fucking Italian place when I was in Vegas. That sounded really good.
Have you heard of Carbone?
No.
It's like, I think, the most famous Italian restaurant in Vegas. I've heard it's fucking phenomenal. But we're hanging out there Thursday for the opening the night of NFL, and I think Carbone closed a little earlier than we could make it to, so we just went to this place, which is open till like 4 a.m. like Monday through Sunday. It's kind of crazy, but I have no complaints, obviously, about Casa de Amore. And I try to steer you in that direction, but you didn't get a reservation and couldn't get in, right?
Yeah, I didn't know it was the type of place you can't just roll up to. And yeah, a lot of places were fucking busy that weekend for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a place you couldn't roll up to either. I rolled up to it and got lucky. So
Yeah.
wish I could have given you better advice, buddy.
All right. This is. Oh, you know what? I have a feeling this is Canada Ken.
Hey guys, Canada Ken here. How's everyone doing? Got a great question for Geoff. Geoff, would you suck a dick?
Oh, all right. We're
Didn't see
doing
this
that.
coming.
All right. Well, let's cue this up proper.
What question did you think he was going to ask me, Kevin?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Fair enough.
What's up,
Almost-
bitch? It's time to find out what it would take for Geoff Clark to suck a dick. Oh, yeah.
Anytime someone tells me they have a question to ask me, I just assume it's this.
Even if it's like a bank teller.
Excuse me, Mr. Clark. Oh, here we go. No, I'm not going to suck a dick.
Yeah, let me just cut you off right here. No, I will not suck that dick. No, we noticed some unusual activity on your account and needed to run some purchases by you.
How many times I got to tell you I'm not going to suck a dick?
If you sucked that dick, it would save Bruce Willis in Armageddon. I know you like that movie. I know you want to save that man. Would you suck a dick? It can be his dick. It doesn't have to be a random man's dick. You can suck Bruce Willis's dick, or Ben Affleck, whoever from that movie. Or
Would
me,
you suck-
or anybody. You know, Shuddy Boy, you can suck his dick. Whatever you want. Your choice on dick, but it will save Bruce Willis. Would you do it? Bye-bye.
No, dude. Bruce Willis dies a hero in that movie. He's fucking legendary. He needs to go down that way. Makes the movie better, makes the story better, makes his sacrifice of the country and the world even better.
Everybody knows you got to kill a character in the third act, and I'm not sucking a dick to change that.
Absolutely not. It would have ruined the movie for everyone else. Am I right?
Would Armageddon be a lesser movie if Bruce Willis survived?
Absolutely. It absolutely would. Right? I mean, do we disagree at all? You guys have seen the movie, maybe not as many times as I have, but he has to go down.
Yeah, it's a big emotional moment.
Absolutely.
All right, well, there you have it,
Sorry,
Canada Ken.
Ken. I'm not going to suck you, Shuddy, Kevin, or Bruce Willis, or Ben Affleck's dick. No one.
Yeah, you're not going to get Geoff to suck a dick by changing a plot point of a movie.
Yeah, I
feel like that's barking up the wrong tree.
Not the most perfect movie ever fucking made.
All right, let's go to this human.
Yo, MSPH, it's Sean. What? I know. Not supposed to call. It's gonna be 2 months from now.
Oh, this is that guy that takes extraordinarily long pauses, like Riley Martin. Oh, Mad Scientist Party Hour. Oh.
His name's Sean.
Yeah.
This reminds me of one of the guys that I write with. He's the guy that does all the crazy fucking posts, the pretty much wacky news posts. And whenever we talk about him in the editorial call, his delivery is just so dry, takes so long, but the payoff is just wonderful.
Well, let's see if that's the case with Sean.
What the fuck? It's like fucking 10 years ago. The
Man, fentanyl's a hell of a drug.
the dirty humor, the moldy Ezekiel bread might be the funniest shit I've ever heard. I seriously rewound it probably 15 times.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's go back to talking about the stink of your nuts, moldy Ezekiel bread.
What the fuck?
I mean, he's not wrong. That was a great moment when you told us that when you have stinky balls, it smells like moldy Ezekiel bread. I don't even know what Ezekiel bread smells like, but that's
I didn't
just
even
funny.
know Ezekiel bread was a thing until that episode.
Well, want to swell my nuts and you know what Ezekiel bread smells like? Well,
No.
holy God. I'm not flying out to Pennsylvania. That wasn't for you, Shuddy. I'll drive up to Studio City, though.
Have you guys ever given yourself a credit card and then sniff your hand?
I mean, probably once a week.
Oh, look at
I mean,
whoop! Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
yeah, I've swished around below to kind of know how bad it is. I'm actually very interested in how it smells now because I haven't showered in like a day or two.
Good Lord.
I mean, football starts early here on the West Coast. So.
I've given myself. This might be a new entry for like what's that website that lists slang?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. Yeah, this might be a new term we have to coin. I gave myself a credit card once and farted on my fingers. So like it was like putting your thumb over a garden hose. Like I got right on it and farted on my hand and then did a real quick like and sniffed it. And that was kind of smelled like gasoline. Like it was real chemically. I think I flew too close to the sun with that one. But would that be like a declined charge? What would you even call that? I mean, a dirty credit card.
Fart
sounds...
on your you credit card yourself, but fart as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Called a mischarge.
A discharge.
Yeah.
Something to bat around. Oh. What about you, Shuddy Boy? How often do you sniff your credit cards?
Probably about once a week. Sometimes, like just before I get in the shower, if I'm if I feel exceptionally gross, I'll do an assessment.
How bad did this get? How bad did I let this get?
I'll just take a little sniff test to see exactly how nasty I am.
No, it doesn't. I feel like most people do that, right? I don't want to speak out of turn, but I don't know. If you don't shower for a day
how
or two.
often do you do it, Kevin?
I don't know if I do it as often as once a week, but it happens for sure. So now that we've all admitted to doing that, I would say it's a very popular thing amongst the human populace. It's just a matter of whether people are willing to be honest with themselves, or I guess the people around them.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not something you should tell Carl, but I wonder. We need some women to call in, and I wonder if they've ever credit card themselves. I feel like that's like one of those things where, like, I bet you they credit card themselves like fucking 3 times a day, right? Like
the
it's
butt
like one
or
of
the
those things
vagina?
where it's like whatever, both maybe. Like supposedly, I've never been in there, but supposedly the women's bathroom is fucking gross, right? It's like one of those things where it's just like you wouldn't think they would ever do it, but they actually do it all the fucking time.
I know Robin Quivers admitted on the Stern Show to like credit carding her vagina and then smelling it.
I'm telling you, they probably all do.
Yeah,
like,
why wouldn't
you?
you,
Think
right?
They ever smell the tampon?
Whoa, that's gnarly.
Getting weird, right?
That's
weird.
gnarly. Well, ladies, if you feel like outing yourself, I'm sure in about 2 years we'll get to current voicemails. We're currently towards the end of September right now.
Or call in, let us know if you've ever did a tampon check. It's terrible. Don't do it in front of Brody, though. I guess he'll listen to the podcast.
All right.
We're going to hang out with those guys soon, huh?
What, with MSPH Wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We'll ask him. We'll ask him then. We'll get a fucking. We'll do a sample poll of credit cards in the MSPH.
Should we do that on the Twitter? And then we can get an update next week?
I'm more interested because I actually believe this sample poll between me and Shuddy kind of just, I think it extrapolates over the whole male population. I'm interested in women, and I don't know if we're going to get enough women feedback.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be good. It'll be a good poll regardless.
All right. I'll do that right now.
How are you going to phrase it? Does everyone, is like credit card a universal term? I mean, it kind of is, but you need to add some context to it.
I can put that in like parentheses. Like, have you ever given yourself a credit card, in parentheses, swiping your fingers down your butt crack?
I would just put, have you ever given yourself a credit card, and then parentheses, Google it.
No, don't. Let's keep them in Twitter, even though
Fair.
it's a dying social media app. But no, let's just keep them right on our. Can you make it a more than 24 hours?
How long do you want it to be?
I don't know. We got to give people a few days to listen to this.
Well, they'll see. I mean, you don't need context of our discussion for the poll.
You
right?
got me. All right, I feel dumb. No, you're right. You're right. Fair enough.
Okay. What do you guys feel about this? Have you ever given yourself a credit card, parentheses, swiping your fingers down your bare butt crack, and smelled your fingers after?
I almost want to change it to genitalia, though, or genitalia. Right?
What do you want to change it
say that
to?
wrong?
What's genitalia? Tilia.
It's a color that's kind of like a light blue-green.
All right, I can't say this word. You guys got me. All right. So just like swipe your vagina or underneath your ball sack. We've all done that, right, guys?
A credit card is strictly your butt crack, though.
But I'm saying you haven't went a little further.
Sure, but that's not what this is asking.
That's what I'm wondering. All right, whatever. Phrase it however you want.
God damn it, Jeff.
I'm sure people will get in my DMs telling me whether or not they've done this. So I'll find out.
All right, here we go. It's going out. 2 answers, yes or no. There's no in-betweens. And we will give you the poll results, the final poll results on next week's episode.
The 2 choices should have been like, fuck yes or no, I'm a pussy.
All right, let's do one more voicemail because I have to head down to Torrance, which is going to be a very long, trafficy drive. And I'll make sure I get at least the audio versions of the show up before I leave.
Okay. I already just apologized for calling. But
Oh, it's Riley Martin again.
all I have to say is, Jeff, what the fuck are you talking about?
Genitalia.
You just said Pauly Shore is not on your radar from the time you were born. I was born I think the exact year you were born. I was born 86. Excuse me. Biodome.
You understand?
Was possibly
Holy Christ!
12 or something like that. What do you mean it was on your radar? You're a preteen and it comes out. As,
I think we get what Sean's saying.
No, let him clean it up. He'll get there.
not on your fucking radar. Biodome, fucking son-in-law, fucking. I'm high as fuck and drunk as fuck. And I can't remember the other one.
Man,
we couldn't tell. We could not tell.
We got to get Sean's phone a fucking breathalyzer.
Whatever. But
So is he?
the fuck you talking about? It's not on your radar. It's your wheelhouse. Come on.
And there he goes.
I don't want to cut him off. Is he still talking?
Nope, that was it.
I don't know. I just meant that it came out when I was like 5 or 6. Isn't that a movie that mostly like teenagers would probably be excited about? Like 14, 15-year-olds? That's all I meant. I just like, it never, like, I don't remember it coming out and me watching the commercial and be like, hell yeah, I want to see that, right?
What, Biodome?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Biodome.
I would figure it would have came out in 92. That's my guess.
96.
What?
Okay, then I do stand corrected. It could have and should have been on my radar, perhaps. I still think I would have been a little too young to like really get that excited about it. That's crazy. I thought that was like an early 90s thing. So that to me, that's like Pauly Shore in his like last gasp of fame. But that's what I thought 96 would have been. But Biodome is like in the middle of his prime, right?
I don't know. I'm not familiar
it was the
enough.
Start of his prime.
What came out after Biodome?
Man,
I fucking
I
love
thought it
that
was
movie growing
earlier
up.
than 96.
Right.
I feel like I watched Biodome again in the last maybe 5 years or so, and I was like, I still find this funny.
I watch it semi-frequently.
Do you credit card yourself more often than you watch Biodome?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch Biodome that frequently.
Fair enough.
I don't
watch it 52 times a year.
Yeah, I don't watch Biodome 3 times a day. What are you, nuts?
I might watch Armageddon more than a credit card myself.
That probably
Put
checks
it
out.
on. I guess I was talking out of my ass. I thought Biodome came out in 92, and like it would make sense to me that 6-year-old me wouldn't be that into it. I was in the cartoons, WWF. Well, I was in more WWF, a few cartoons, specifically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and getting into sports. I never was into Pauly Shore or Biodome or any of that, but I guess I could be somewhat tripping.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for the week. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry, it's probably not as long as it usually is, but dealt with a lot of fucking technical issues. Jesus Christ, I was so close to just jumping out the window.
Yeah, we did like a good hour of sound check.
My God. Yeah, so...
Real quick, Biodome was the end of the Pauly Shore run.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I always thought it was near the beginning, but Jury Duty came out before that. In the Army Now came out before that. Son-in-Law and Encino Man.
Yeah.
Everything
So
after Biodome is garbage.
Yeah, so 96 I thought was like his last year of fame. So I figured Biodome came out like in the beginning or middle of his prime. So that's what
So
had
did
me
I.
thrown off, I guess. But yeah, it sucks. We lost a good 45 minutes worth of podcasting just because we had weak ass technical issues.
Yeah, it happens, but we put the fire out. Got a show. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. If you need more MSPH in your life, please join the masses and head over to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Every week we do a little extra mini bonus podcast, and then the $10 tier has all of our individual and joint shows, all the additional shit we do. It's kind of like its own Mad Scientist Party Hour network. You can hear, which will be posted shortly, the What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Geoff, Shuddy, and Dom watching Big Trouble in Little China. New episode of Queef or No Queef is up. New episode of Dragon Ball Queef is there. Lots of stuff heading up.
New Snack Attack just got published right as we were starting to record this podcast. Hit up your girlfriend's cookies. They were delicious.
You could have worded that better.
Yeah, that sounded like
No,
a
I worded it
euphemism.
perfectly. I worded it perfectly.
So yeah, brand new Snack Attack. What could be more enticing than that? Check it out, patreon.com/Mad Mad Scientist Party Hour. We also put these shows up, minus the Easter egg, up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you want to see the bet that I paid up on, I posted my fucking Britney Spears dance that I recorded on my phone. I held up my end of the bargain. It's on my Instagram, @KevinCraft. And you can also follow Geoff and Shuddy as well. @Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records, I guess, whatever. Oh, I'm going to be on Two Clouded Minds podcast tomorrow with it was hosted by your homie, Chris.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Have you
Awesome.
been on that before, Shuddy? You have, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
So,
And
check
your sports betting podcast?
yeah, Outkick Bets with me, Jeff Clark, comes out every week. Might do 2 this week, one for the Thanksgiving Day football games and then one for the Sunday football games. Football's going pretty good. My basketball's going pretty shitty, but yeah, check me out. Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. Thanks.
Oh. And thank you all for listening. We'll catch some of you over on Patreon land. But until next time, something